Hey guys, happy Friday. Hope you had a good week. Hope you're enjoying a beer and maybe some video games this weekend. For me, I'm just going to read through some Reddit posts to close out the week. So this one says, I think I'm making dates feel too platonic rather than a date. How do I get better at this? So this guy says, I'm a 27-year-old male. I recently downloaded the app Hinge and I've gone on a couple of dates. Okay, that's a good start. He's going on dates, so obviously he has some looks and has some game to go on these dates because unfortunately we're hearing from a lot of men out there that they're struggling even to go on one date to get one match. So obviously this guy is attractive enough. All of them except for one led to a second or even third date, but the problem is that I haven't made a move physically on any of them. So again, he's obviously a normal guy. Obviously he can speak to women and keep them engaged enough because he's going on second and third dates. It's not like they're running from the first sight of him, so that's a good sign. But he's having issues with making the first move physically. So at least he's recognizing that that's an issue in his game, that he's not taking that next step with a woman. So let's dive into the second paragraph here. Besides the usual friendly hug, there was no kissing. And I'm just going to stop him right here. It's his imperative to go in for the kiss. He should be one making those actions and not waiting for the woman, because you want to show you're a man, you want to show you have confidence. And if you're just sitting there thinking about kissing her but not taking that action, then she's not going to kiss you. She's going to wait for you. That's what women do. I know we live in this like equality landscape where a woman can do whatever a man does, but when it comes to dating, the woman goes straight back into her feminine and she wants the guy to take the lead, and you're not taking the lead. And what's that saying to her? It probably says you don't have a lot of experience, says you don't have a lot of confidence. And if she's going to be with someone and let you take her body and maybe progress to a relationship, she's going to want a guy who's confident and has got his ducks in order. And obviously you're not a bad looking guy, you obviously got some good chat, but you haven't got the confidence, and a girl's going to pick up on that. So if you want to kiss her, kiss her. I'm more comfortable with that since I don't feel the physical urge to do so until I get to know them. I think that's a load of rubbish. You're a guy, you're on a date, you don't have to get to know a girl to want to kiss her. A guy could see a really hot girl walking down the road and he's going to want to rip her clothes off. We all know that as men. So either this guy is only going on dates with girls who aren't that attractive and he's just doing it for numbers, or, you know, he's just lying to himself, because if he's on a date with a girl and she smells of strawberries and she has some nice lipstick on and she's wearing something sexy, you're going to want to kiss her as soon as you see her. So don't play this game of, oh yeah, I've got to get to know him first, because you sound like a woman. But from reading a lot of posts here, I feel like I'm giving my dates the impression that I'm not interested, or that I'm putting myself in the let's be friends arena. Yeah, possibly. They might think, oh, he doesn't think I'm attractive, he doesn't like me, and that can go two ways. It can make her feel like she wants to chase you more. But that's only going to work for one or two more days. If you're going to go on like 4 or 5 dates and you still haven't kissed her, then she's like, oh, I'm not wasting any more time. It's maybe okay to do it for like the first date and not kiss her, because it might make her think, oh yeah, I've got to like chase this guy. Women like the mystery of how a guy feels about them, so that could play rightly for you. But if you leave it too long, then she's just going to give up. But I always say, go for the kiss on the first date. First reason is because you don't want to waste your time. If you go for the kiss and she gives you the cheek or she makes up some excuse, then it kind of shows she doesn't really like you that much anyway. Because if you're a Brad Pitt and Brad Pitt went in for the kiss, that girl's going to kiss back because it's Brad Pitt, right? So why you should set the same standards for yourself when you're on these dates as well. So always going for the kiss. If she doesn't kiss you back, then it's not worth the hassle of spending any more time with her, and you can move on to the next girl who's going to be really crazy about you. But I think overall, he's just lacking the confidence to take that step, and it takes time to get to that mindset. But that should be a rule you go with. every single date you go on, even if you feel it's not going well, go for the kiss. The girl I'm in a relationship with now, who's fantastic, I didn't think our first date went too well. I thought maybe she wasn't that into me, and there wasn't like, it just wasn't quite clicking. But I just went in for the kiss, and she kissed me back, and yeah, the rest is history, so to speak. So go for the kiss, bro. I'm really hesitant to make any physical moves because I'm terrified that I'll make her uncomfortable or that would come across as some horny dude. Well, if she's coming back on 2, 3 dates with you, then obviously she likes you and she obviously wants to progress this further. So it's going to make her feel more uncomfortable if she can feel that you're insecure and you're overthinking things. That's going to make her feel uncomfortable. She wants to feel safe in your presence and you're not being true to yourself. You want to kiss this girl, so kiss her. You know, she's not going to keep going out on dates with you if she feels uncomfortable around you or she doesn't want to progress things. She's going on dates with you, hopefully because she likes you, not because she's trying to get some free food and drinks from you. Because I don't know what you're doing on these dates, because that could be another issue. Like, you wouldn't be going on dates where it can lead to the bedroom. You want to go to some nice, low lit, cute bar maybe, or do something where touching is involved. I don't know, maybe some ice skating, rollerblading, whatever it is. You want to try and get close to her. You know, find a nice couch or a sofa in a bar area and get close to her that way. You know, touch her arm, play with her hair. Like, that's what you should be doing. Doesn't mean you have to go straight in for the kiss, but you can lead up to it and see how she reacts to it. How do I get comfortable with flirting and entertaining some physical gestures for the sake of expressing interest? I kind of just mentioned how you can do that. Is it really a matter of just keep trying until you get comfortable? What are some ways I can do this? Sit next to each other, playful touches. Yeah, literally that. Just, maybe have some playful jokes, get close to her, compliment her, say what you think and be honest about it. Say how pretty she looks or what you're crazy about her, or ask her some questions like, ask her to tell you some stories, maybe not sexual stories because probably like jumping the gun here, but you can have these like naughty little like questions and little sayings to test the waters really. But it is really just about that physical touch. It's not about jumping on her, but yeah, a soft little touch on her leg and see how she reacts, because she's going on multiple dates with you. She wants that just as much as you do, and the more you overthink it, the more you hesitate, the more likely it's going to come across as weird, and the more like you're not going to do it. It's like the 3 second rule. Have 1 to 3 seconds to think about what you're going to do and just do it, because if you go past that 3 seconds, you're not going to go for it. It's kind of like day game when you meet a girl down the street. The more you think about it, the more likely you're not going to approach that girl that you think is cute. So just go for it. What's going to happen? Nothing bad. You might be embarrassed, you might be rejected. Hey ho, there's billions of women in this world. I'm sure you can find someone else. Final paragraph. I have a couple more dates coming up and I don't want to make the same mistake of coming across as platonic or romantically disengaged. Bro, this guy must be a handsome chap. He's got a couple more dates to go. I'm sure if he's as good looking as this data shows, I'm sure these girls want to kiss him just as much as he wants to kiss her. I really value getting to know each other part of the process, but I believe I need to take a little bit more risk in how I show this interest. You can still get to know them, but you can also want to get to know their insides and the insides of their mouths. And you're obviously young, you're 27. I'm guessing you'll be going out with girls who are in their mid to early 20s. They want to have fun too, so just go for it, bro. You're on a date. You haven't downloaded an app to be friends. This is a dating app. Okay, this isn't meeting friends app. This is a dating app. You're probably paying for the dates. You're not going 50-50. This is a romantic day, and just take that next step because you're obviously good looking enough. And once you do, 2 or 3 physical tests on women, it would just be second nature to you, and you'll be like replaying this in your mind about how you used to be, and you'd be feeling so stupid about it. So just go for the kiss, and I'm sure you will have some success. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.